Good morning, fight fans. Early afternoon, however y'all want to call it. Hope everybody's feeling great. And as usual, the fuck is up, fight fans? It's your man 3K the Boss, aka Mr. Two Hands Up. Fah Fah. You already know what it is. It's Do Say Baby. And once again, man, welcome back to Reaper Gang Radio. Yeah, man. Yeah. So I had a little bit of extra time on my hands. So let's get into it, man. I don't know. My fucking ears must have been burning or some shit like that. I think that's what they say when. Nah, Derrick James' ears must have been burning or something like that. As a matter of fact, like, because he must have heard me talking about his boy or considering. There's fuck all that. Fuck all that. There's this thing, right, that motherfuckers do in boxing that I just can't stand, bro. And of course, it would take a certain type of tactical bitch ass nigga to come from that weak ass fucking promotional outfit such as Derrick James to go and say something, because it only seems as though that promotional outfit, when it comes to wins and losses that they have nothing to do with, they want to gloat on the wins, and of course they want to come out and they want to hate when certain motherfuckers catch L's when they don't give the whoopings, and they want to come out and just gloat on the wins when they don't even go out and put forth the effort to get the victories. Matter of fact, these motherfuckers just sit on the sidelines, but we always have to hear these motherfuckers talk about some shit that they just don't have anything to do with. And once again, that's the reason why we're here, man. That's the reason why we're here. Because just as bitch assness happens to work out in these motherfuckers' lives, man, they do typical bitch ass shit. So apparently Derrick James, he's coming out and he's talking about ERROL Spence would have broke Manny's ribs. Would he? Would he? No, seriously, motherfucker. Like, really? Would he? Would he, though? Did he break Sean Porter's jaw? Did he break Sean Porter's ribs? Or did he sterilize Sean Porter and make it to the point where he just can't have kids from the probably, I'd say, 50 to 100 nut shots he got per round and the ref didn't dock one? I mean, shit. I'm pretty sure Mikey Garcia and all of the freaking race cars that he likes to drive, I'm sure he got behind the wheel of that Viper and he took to the racetrack all in that same weekend, considering that he never touched the canvas and never even, you know what I'm saying, even thought about sitting down or staying down at any point in that fight. We talking about a lightweight. We ain't even talking about somebody who campaigned at 147 on a regular basis. So would ERROL Spence have broken Manny's ribs? Would ERROL Spence have even beaten Yordenis Ugas? We already have the belief that ERROL Spence wouldn't even have beaten Manny. We're thinking that Manny would have stopped him. So your fighter is sitting on the sidelines with his so-called fucked up eye, and Ugas' fighter supposedly has a fucked up eye, and you're sitting there talking about you gloating on another man win. Y'all some pocket watching ass bitches, man. The worst thing in the world to be is a pocket watching ass motherfucker. And apparently that's just something that they love to do on a regular basis, man. Shout out to everybody in the motherfucking building. George, salute. Chin Smoke, what's goody? Don't ask me, what's good? D-Town Blaster, Fish, what's popping with you? Man, I'm just sick of this bullshit, man. I'm sick of this bullshit with these motherfuckers who have nothing to do with any part of being great. Always have to come out and speculate or speak on what they feel as though they would have done because you were more than willing to go ahead and be in that position. Because it's just funny to me, these motherfuckers don't even take in consideration how weak the afterthought of what you could possibly have done when you weren't man enough to go out there and do it yourself really sounds. It sounds weak as shit, bro. Like, how about this? Next time you have a fight, and it's supposed to be the biggest fight of the summer, if you are in that position, because I'm very positive that Yordenis Ugas and ERROL Spence couldn't even make the biggest fucking fight of the fucking winter. Or any fucking season for that matter. or you have anybody left on your stable that could even offer you that type of feeling or that type of vibe, because the vibe Manny Pacquiao brings, that has nothing to do with Errol Spence. That has nothing to do with the fans coming out in droves. Y'all motherfuckers are just talking. You should have seen what type of opportunity that you had. Instead of being apprehensive about getting in the ring, you should have took that opportunity. But I guess it's just life or death with Errol right now, right? Nah, it's just life or death when it comes to his career, when y'all motherfuckers are afraid of catching ass whoopings. But let me not get ahead of myself, fight fans, because he's injured, right? He's injured. Please, man. Manny Pacquiao would have knocked that boy the fuck out, man. He would have knocked him all the way out, and that's the problem. Like, you know, no disrespect to Ugas. I'm glad, you know, he went out there and he got his victory or whatever. You know, like I said, a pot of gold fell in his lap. But at the end of the day, man, I really wanted to see the two styles clash that was supposed to clash, because once again, I wanted to see how well you would have done with that guy, because honestly, I don't think you would have done well with that dude anyway. When is the last time Errol Spence has even knocked somebody out at 147? I do believe I was saying something about that yesterday. So once again, I'm sure Derrick James' ears is out this motherfucker burning, man. Like, see, people had a tendency to think, oh, because Ugas went out there and got the win, because I'm hearing a lot of this too. People think because Ugas went out there and he got the win, that Errol Spence would have smoked that man boots or something like that. No. And I'm sorry, the Manny Pacquiao that we still got to saw last weekend, that motherfucker was still time enough for Errol Spence. Basically what I'm saying for people that don't know is, yeah, he definitely could have beat Errol Spence. The nigga's basic. I'm sorry if it slips past you guys' range of sight. Don't slip past mine. But we got this sick trend. Coward coaches want to continuously, coward coaches and coward ass fighters want to come out and act like a certain 42-year-old individual would have been food if their fighter would have been there. Well, tell me this. Why wasn't your fighter there? Why wasn't he there? Why didn't he make his appearance? Oh, I'm sorry. He too busy getting his ass whooped by fucking Ferrari windshields. My bad. I forget. You know what I mean? That's what happens to your fighter. He too busy running around. He got enough time to run around out here, get thrown through Ferrari windshields, kiss men, sit up there and tell the world that Danny Garcia, you know, makes his return, not a tune-up. But when it comes to a 42-year-old man, you don't have enough time for him. What happened in sparring? Does anybody know? Does anybody know who he was sparring? Who fucked his eye up? How his eye got so fucked up? Are we going to hear anything about that? Are we just going to get pictures of you coming out of surgery in some way feeling like you a champion because you made it through surgery, knowing the whole fucking world wants to see you stoned on somewhere of the level, on a biblical level? Yeah, they want to see you stoned like that on a biblical level for not even being able to make it to the fight. The only thing that the fans had to look forward to this summer, unfortunately, unless you guys are geared up and excited to see Jake Paul and, you know what I'm saying, Jake Paul and Tyron Woodley. I'm pretty sure more people are probably going to buy it, unfortunately. But what is up with this trend where y'all dudes is trying to take ownership of other people's victories and talking about what you would have did? Shoulda, I've always heard the shoulda, coulda, woulda, don't pay the rent out this bitch, man. It's just fucking disgusting, man. But he didn't fight, did he? It's a narrative push. Shout the loudest, fight the mediocre, got PBC disciples written all over. It truly does. And that's where it frustrates me the most, because once again, they do this all the time. You say you're going to have a fight. You say that, you know, you got Deontay Wilder. Tyson Fury pulls out of the fight for whatever reason. He pulls out of the fight. COVID, allegedly. And now he's acting like, you know, Tyson Fury is just running scared of even getting in the ring with him. I do believe he beat you twice already. So, you know, delusions. Errol Spence, his coach, he talking crazy. Like, bro, like, I don't even think it even made major headlines for real. I think I saw, like, corny shit, man. Let's see. Errol Spence at his best. above average in all areas, although he's flat-footed with Marvin Hagler work ethic. But that version of Spence is long gone. It's been long gone. Like, you know, and I think truthfully, when we were speaking, I think in this, I think we kind of underestimated, you know, his frustrations due to the fact that we were speaking on it might be over for him after he went through that Ferrari windshield. I think the writing was really on the wall right then, and we all know this. He knew it as well, because if he didn't feel that way, it wouldn't have affected him when, you know, when it was going around running merry-go-rounds in the media. Because that was one of the first things he spoke about, not being done. Man, you got all new teeth, dude. You got all new teeth. I don't care how anybody tries to downplay their situation. When you get all new teeth, reconstructed and reconfigured, placed all in your mouth, bro, that's a life-altering sequence. It's a life-altering change of events, bro. So you can try to downplay it. There's nothing out of bounds about what people are saying by even thinking that it might be over for you. And like my man George is saying, that shit is long gone, because it truly is long gone. You know, that flat-footed, front-footed savage, when he was fighting real 147 guys and knocking them over and shit like that, regardless of whether they were over the hill, regardless of whether they were just okay fighters, he was doing what he was doing. Now you can't even count ERROL for a fucking knockout. Shit, you can't even respectfully and reliably count on ERROL for a win. Shit, you can't even respectfully and reliably count ERROL to show up. But you can count him to talk. His biggest victory is surviving that wreck, because that looked like death. Man, look. I will say it. I will say it again, bro. Man, that was by far some shit that he shouldn't have walked away from. So, you know, all I can say is divine intervention. Shout out to divine intervention, because whatever that motherfucker believed in was on his side that night. Because there's no way. And for real, out of what Ferraris are made of, and you talking about high-speed collision, he got lucky. And how many people really survive when they get ejected from a windshield? Fuck 100+ miles an hour. Let's talk about 40 to 50 miles an hour. How many people really live getting thrown through a windshield, man? Hitting the pavement, body all loose, smacking every fucking whatever the fuck is in front of you, because you have no idea what you're going to hit. Whatever's there, you smacking that shit. So, yeah, man, the boy got lucky, man. But as far as, you know, his just how, you know, how his body is going to respond and everything, like, nah, I didn't see the same ERROL there. And even looking at the images that was placed after the fact, you could tell that that wasn't going to be the same ERROL. Once again, you got all your teeth knocked out your mouth and replaced, bro. That's life-altering shit. And of course, you know, they're going to sweep under the rug all the real things that are going on with him. Because, like I said, if the eye was messed up on this injury, I would like to know how. But once again, man, Derrick James is a clown. He a clown. He's been a clown. He's an over-exalted trainer. You know what I'm saying? You was a half-decent fighter and you a half-decent goddamn trainer. Shit, I don't even want to say you was a half-decent fighter. Because you're damn sure just a half-decent trainer. It's time for Manny to hang up the gloves, but I wouldn't mind a farewell fight in the Philippines for his home fans. You know, it's just unfortunate, because Manny farewell fight was supposed to be Errol Spence, not going to be Errol Spence, and it just happened to be Yordenis Ugas. I was just saying that shit yesterday, Smoke. I was like, man, come on, bro. I'm like, let's be serious here. No matter how you want to slice it, Manny Pacquiao's exit was not supposed to be off of the back of a name like Yordenis Ugas. It was supposed to be Spence, Crawford, and at the bare minimum, Garcia. Names that people actually know out here. You know, no disrespect to Ugas. I feel like he's a fighter that should be known, but I mean, does anybody know him? No. So I'm just saying, man, you know, that should have been his farewell shit. And if he's, you know, being the fighter that Manny is, can we honestly say that Manny is going to pack it in after that? How many fighters like to pack it in after a loss? Shit, I mean, I'd say him and Bernard Hopkins are kind of made up of the same thing now. Will he move the way Bernard Hopkins moved? I don't know. But I don't know. I don't think anybody want to exit off of L, man. And then that fight didn't really do it. I mean, it did it for me as far as the competitive nature of it all. But I mean, come on, man. The names, come on, bro. It didn't do it for any of us, man. Not one. He didn't have not one. The only response he had to Charlo was basically that he was losing the fucking fight. 2 hands all red in the injuries are bullshit. Spence had slight brain damage. Is being covered up. You don't dive head first out of speeding for free. I just was saying that. I just was saying that like a couple minutes ago. I'm just like, bro, you don't get thrown out of a windshield, fucking get all of your teeth knocked out of your mouth, whatever you believe in, steps in on some divine intervention shit, and then you just manage to just make it out of that shit intact, bro. Like I said, I was saying, like, you know, a couple of those things are going to be swept under the rug, and I'm sure they have been. They've probably been being swept under the rug from the day he was in the hospital all the way up to fighting Danny Garcia, and that shit was probably a nail-biting situation for his handlers. Wouldn't be shocked if we keep pushing, though. Man, me either, man. Manny Pacquiao. Like I said, man, that style was always going to be a bad style and a bad night for him, but shit, it didn't, like, he still was fast. I mean, he still fought. I mean, Manny didn't look bad. I'm not going to say Manny looked bad. It's just that, man, Manny's always going to look bad against that, you know what I'm saying, that counter boxer puncher style, man. Like, let's be honest here, man. Like Manny ain't never really looked great against a slick, strong counter puncher, man. And anybody that says that he does, you're just trying to be, you know what I mean, you just trying to ignore the fact. You just don't want to see it. You watching Manny fights with so much fandom. You just like, say it ain't so. But that was just always one of his Achilles heels, man. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, youth, you can fight through certain shit and bang out, man. But, hey, man, style, a fucked up style for you is a fucked up style for you, especially on the 11th hour. Never mentioned Spence in the same sentence as Marvelous Martin Hagler, different leagues. Yeah, it is different leagues, but I guess that's just speaking to, you know, the level of aggression that he fought with on the front foot or whatever. You know, all of these fighters are getting a taste of this whole, you know, this whole 4 horsemen they're trying to find a way to rewrite this whole 4 horsemen legacy and things of that nature, not rewriting what the, you know, what the Fab Four did during their time, you know, but just having another way to sell these dudes, man, and try to sell their popularity, because it's just like, you know, they want to create this myth around them like they could be Hagler, Hearns, Leonard, and Hitman. But at the end of the day, you know, the 135 class is what the 135 class is. I think we all can agree that it's fucking spoiled. Like this era, chalk that shit up to Bibbs and Milk, man. Bibbs and Milk. Because they're not fighting, but they're great talkers. And we have some really creative journalists out here. We got really creative journalists. I mean, they can come up with some really, really wild freaking headlines for these guys to really try to shovel that type of shit in your face. So I mean, congratulations to their level, to the level of their creativity. Damn well they full of shit. Hagler, man, look. Spence wouldn't make it 2 rounds. Shit, ask Hitman, ask Tommy Hearns how many rounds he made it, and then how many you think Spence gonna make it. Fuck out of here. What baby bells the Tank and Big B chasing this week? I think Will Sleep. I think you asked. I think that's the question you probably ask every fucking time I talk to you. Shit. Who knows, man? What can, no, better yet, What can here's the question. Can the WBA be as creative as Mauricio Suleiman when it comes to putting together some form of new baby belt for their very beloved teddy bear Tank Davis, for the Golden Bear himself? What kind of special WBA one-off belt can they create for all of his regular fucking activity, man? What's it gonna be? What type of rhinestones will they put on the belt this week? That's the question. What type of rhinestones they gonna throw in pink glitter? They gonna throw on this new regular belt that they make for the Golden Bear this week, man? It's coming, bro. It's coming. Like I'm telling you, the WBA are about to start getting so creative with their regular belts, it don't even make no sense. I'm telling you, the WBA International Gold title, that shit's about to get exalted and get pushed up. Like, it's about to start having more relevance and shit like that, man. The way they're moving out here. I don't know, like, man, they're going to have to do something. I mean, shit, are they going to put together a 147 freaking title for Tank to chase? Is there somebody over at 147 that they feel like could be food for Tank Davis because they're just athletically inferior and just don't have no real type of skill set, and we're just standing in this man's face just to get punched on him so he can collect some new rhinestone infested belt that the WBA's conjured up? Something on the level of the WBC's Mayan, the WBC's Pearl, the WBC's, what else have they freaking made? Emerald? Am I leaving out something? Am I leaving out something exotic that the WBC has done? I think that the WBA is finally starting to get on board with that trend. Let's get very, very colorful, and let's get very fruity with our decorations. Who knows? They're going to make the freaking WBA Twinkie belt for Tank. That shit is just going to be lined in Hostess fucking cakes, man. We're going to have rap. The sides of the belt, the shrouds and shit are going to be encased with Hostess wrappings and shit from all of the Twinkies from the 1970s all the way up to the late 20s and shit, to the early 20s, I mean. Come on, man. Anything for Tank. We could even put like one of them little quarter slot joints that be on the side of vending machines, stick that on the side of the belt like Tank could actually pretend to stick quarters in it like he's about to buy a freaking Twinkie out the vending machine. How about that? We can add that level of creativity to the WBA belt, all for Tank. Oh shit. Every non-belt, they need to just, find the fucking what is it, the Infinity Gauntlet, round up all the Infinity Stones. Let's go ahead and get Thanos back for one more saga. Let him snap his finger and just freaking eradicate every regular belt, every step down, every so-called fake notch underneath a record type belt that ever existed, man. Take that shit all the way back, man. Take all of them shits and throw them in the trash, man. Big bonfire type work, burn them all. It's too many fucking belts. Shit, it's hard enough just to deal with the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO. Like shit, like one of those organizations aren't getting in somebody's way for whatever the case may be, whatever mandatory they might want to throw up at that time. We're trying to have an undisputed match or whatever type of fucking rules they want to bend to counteract the progress of the sport. Cause shit, they stepping on each other's toes just enough. They can't even work well with each other just to make some shit happen. Like the nerve that people would even have to entertain even dealing with the fact that we had to deal with, Kubrat Pulev or even entertaining Alexander Usyk before if Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua would have came to fruition was even a joke to me. It's like y'all motherfuckers want to sidestep all of this money to talk about who? The old Cobra and the dude that's freaking talking about this is boxing, screaming at the top of his lungs after he goes 12 rounds with Derrick Chisora. Are you kidding me? This is what we're doing, and we're going to impede the progress of a 4-belt undisputed in the heavyweight division? Talk about getting in your way on some stupid shit. Talk about impeding progress on some stupid shit. Hey, you're right, Jerome. I might be a little too harsh here. You're right. He is a star. One of those stars that my teacher would give the freaking kid at PE who was just entirely too slow that came in last in every fucking race that we were in. Every time we had to run laps or use the pegboard or do anything freaking of physical nature, you just give him a star for just being good enough. The fucking Steakums belt. I'm dead. This motherfucker said the Steakums belt. Where is that shit at? Oh man, that is hilarious. That's hilarious, yo. Fucking Steakums belt. Y'all motherfuckers are terrible. How you an interim champion in 3 different weight classes, toilet bowl belts. Yes, sir, man. Put melted Snickers all on the side of them shits. No, can't do that. He'd eat them. He would eat them. Look, Tank the type of star. Tank the type of star that comes with small county promotion. I'm talking about a Pop Warner freaking Division III football team and shit where you're freaking sponsored by your local crab shack. Send that motherfucker to fights with the type of sponsorship that only comes from your local Waffle House. Give Tank a sticker, man. Look, man, Tank literally deserves just one of those stickers just for competing. It's just like, hey, Josh Taylor got all of the belts at 140. Between Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez, they're tying up all of the belts at 135. So we're literally just running around giving this fat motherfucker stars for competing. We're giving this dude freaking physical education stars, bro, and telling them just to keep on trucking, fatty. That's his career. A bunch of freaking physical education, participation stars, and just keep on trucking, fatty. Just keep trucking. Yeah. I bet that's the definition of an underachiever. Like if we were to talk about if we were to talk about like literally the GOAT of underachievers right now, like the most buzzed underachiever ever in boxing, he would have to be Tank Davis. He would have to be Tank Davis. You don't want to fight. You don't want to fight for no real titles. You only want to fight for them ones that come. You only want to fight for the ones that come off the motherfucking back of somebody else's success, bro. This dude is a fucking joke, man. You talking about like the little engine that can't. I know I can't. Like Tank don't even realize like I wonder when he goes, I wonder if he has a trophy room for those belts. I wonder if he's got like an Instagram photo of those belts. Does anybody know if Tank has like an Instagram photo with like all of the regular belts and him like taking a picture with them? I would love to have that shit. That's pure comedy. And then like we could really make a meme off this shit, right? Compare like boxing and all of its glory from like fighters winning real world titles and stuff like that, Oscar De La Hoya, you name it. And Pernell Whitaker, show his lightweight run and all of this shit, like, and really just like put a meme out there and then have Tank Davis sitting there with just his regular belts and be like boxing then and now. Wouldn't that be some funny shit? Like, imagine that. That would be hilarious. Be like then and now. Have like Duran, have Leonard, have freaking Oscar De La Hoya winning belts at 20-21 and shit like that, and then throw Tank in there. That's a fucking meme of epic proportions. That sums up modern boxing. Shout out to the face of boxing's eyebrows. Shout out to the face of boxing's eyebrows. His eyebrows. Gervonta Tank Davis needed to retire early because he sounds dumb like Deontay Wilder. Man, the problem with that kid is he was just born dumb. You know, you got those two. There's two types of people in the world. There's the type of people that, you know, when they ask, when they want a hot dog or they say hot dog, they say hot dog. And then you got those other type of people in the world that say hot dog. Tank was always a hot dog saying motherfucker. You got two type of people in the world. You got some that say hot dog, and then you have those that say hot dog. Tank was a hot dog saying motherfucker. Oh shit. Oh man. Oh fuck, I'm gonna burn to hell. But for real, I think Tank know he want to be great. They just don't believe that he is great. I'm just like, look, man, if nobody believes in you and you're willing to stick around, that's a problem for you as a grown ass man. I'm sorry, man. All decisions after the age of 21 that you making contractually speaking, and you're supposed to hire management and all of that shit. If you one of these type of people that just like, yo, I'm gonna put all of my faith in the hands of this guy, and everything is going opposite of the way you want it to go. And you running around, and you spent the past 2 years running down every freaking regular belt. Like, what is going to make you jump ship? What is going to make you leave? What is going to make you say, you know what, enough is enough. These motherfuckers aren't taking my career seriously. There's no belief there. I've got to go somewhere else. Because it would have to happen. All right, we just couldn't sit around and take this shit. I'm like, shit, Teofimo Lopez is living proof that he's a unified world champion, and Tank has never unified a title. Like nobody's pressing you out when you out here becoming overweight, getting fat and shit. Like you just doing like average shit. Like, and it's like, yo, I don't care if you so-called run up to 140 or not. It's Mario Barrios. That dude basically just lost the fight that he fought before he fought you. So it's like, bro, nobody's taking serious what you're doing. And the only people that believe that you're hot shit is motherfuckers that don't know shit about boxing. The type of motherfuckers when you say, who the fuck is Tank fighting? Or when they talk about Tank's fight, they go like, you know that white boy? You know that Mexican boy he knocked out? They can't even tell you the name of anybody that he fought. You know that Mexican boy he fought last week. Those type of motherfuckers. Yo, you would have to do something. You would have to do something. Something would have to change because obviously at this point, Tank is going to be a fucking rocking chair by the time he starts to fucking get a clue that they never believed in him. Career over. Ham, bologna, spam, sandwich. I don't know. I just think that, you know, like we as human beings, we always want to be compassionate enough to say that, you know, man, this dude just, you know what I'm saying, they just not moving him right, or they doing this. Well, when are these grown-ass men going to start moving like grown men? Because I'm sure in every single one of our lives, when shit isn't going the way we want that shit to go, you know what I mean? We make shit go the way it needs to go. Or we find a way to buy our time, but we're not wasting, you know what I'm saying? We're being opportunistic. Like we're going to be opportunist about the shit. We're going to find a way to make better situations, or we're going to leave a shitty situation to fall into a better one. Like how many more regular belts can he chase? What is this motherfucker? He's going to be the 175-pound butterbean if he keeps chasing regular belts at this point. Because, I mean, he can only go to 147 and on up. The dude is only going to... Like, I'm at the point where it's just like, yo, I'm beyond, like, making excuses for grown men. Not saying that anybody in the commentary is doing that. But I'm just saying maybe it's time to identify with the fact that, yo, some of these motherfuckers is just comfortable being Twinkie earners, man. Comfortable eating Twinkies, man. Those regular belts are the equivalent of fucking Twinkies in fucking Tank's life. It's just enough food to make him happy, and just enough freaking and too little of food to help service the people that he owe money. Like that rental car service that, you know, the jewelry company invested in, they running around talking about Tank owes us 50K. I'm just saying, man, bonehead shit, man. It's like, cause you know, cause if you're looking at the spindages, hey, a nigga loving the life. He got to be. I ain't heard one time this motherfucker say, I had enough of these regular belts. Tank wishes he fit in the regular trousers for his regular belts. Man, dude, I really want to know if there's a picture out here with this man taking it. Look, and this will answer a lot of questions for people that ask if Tank is truly proud of where he is in his career. Real shit, I'm not joking here. If there's a picture of Tank Davis out there on his social media of him taking a picture with all of his red belts that he's bagged over the past year and a half, that would show you that he's proud. If there isn't one, and we can't see one anywhere on social media, that lets you know that those regular belts are not a flex to him. He knows that he sits underneath the wing of Teofimo Lopez like a fucking 4-piece dinner and fried rice, and freaking sits underneath the wing of Josh Taylor at 140 pounds like a 4-piece dinner and fried rice, if he isn't taking pictures with those. Because anything these young, instant gratuitous motherfuckers gotta have in their life, they know they gotta take a picture of it right then. They gotta be on the spot with it right then. This is the era where it's look at me, look at me. It's all about clout. So all of the things that you're proud of, you're gonna take a picture with that shit, especially a little prima donna like Supersonic Tank. Especially a little dude like him. So if we can't find one picture with this dude, buddy with his regular belts, then we know he's not proud of where he's at in his career. And I mean that shit from the bottom of my heart. Because any champion, they taking pictures with their shit. And I'm not talking about the pictures that you got to take in the ring while you standing up there with the refs and, you know what I mean, your head coaches and all of that. Nah, your trainer and all of that. Nah, I'm talking about the pictures you take at home, the pictures you take when you chilling in your little condo and all of that, when you're chilling with your homies and shit. I know anybody that's got a Ring Magazine belt, they taking big pictures with them, they flexing with them. I know when Tyson won unified titles, he took pictures with them shits in the comfort of his own home. I know when Teofimo won his titles, you couldn't stop this motherfucker from pulling them shit. He never put them back in the suitcase. He carried them joints with him when he went to the bathroom to take a fucking piss. He probably still doing it right now. So I'm saying is, Tank should be doing some of the same shit. And if he's not, he's ashamed of himself. And he ain't really meeting boxing standards right now. And for people who trying to take this whole Keith Thurman shit at 147, like there's a chance that he really could be fighting Keith, and we're going to give him credit for fighting Keith Thurman. I give him credit in this regard where I feel like Keith would be in some danger to him, but it's irrelevant for him to fight Keith Thurman, because you want to know what would stand out even more than that headline? The fact that you ducked every killer from 130 pounds all the way up to 147. And in some way, shape, or form, I would have to be of the belief that you're only here so you can eat more Sonic. You're only here so you can drink more slushies. You only here so you can eat more of them little powdery, sugary, little doughy joints over in New Orleans and shit. Beignets, whatever the hell they call them. You only there so you can eat more snacks and you can continue to slack. Fat bastard. That jewelry took a bounty out on Tank's head for 40K. They putting APBs out on, they putting 40K APBs out on Tank anywhere they go. They want the world to know that he owes 40K. You driving around in Lamborghinis and shit like that, but you ain't even paying your jewelry. You ain't even paying the part. You ain't even paying your jewelry bills. Sad. Sad. I just want to know if Tank Davis out here taking pictures of them regular belts. I want to know if anybody can really tell me that, man. I really want to know if Tank is really out this joint. If we can find, if there's anywhere on the internet we can find Tank with a picture of Tank with the regular belt at 130. I want to know if there's any pictures floating around on the internet right now where we can find Tank, ever so proudly taking a picture with those regular belts. And can somebody, like, I need to know this, because I'm gonna make a meme today. Boxing then, boxing now. Keith Thurman would bounce Tank like a car rental check. He would though too. That's too dangerous for Tank, man. Tank was little when he fought Barrios. He was little when he fought Leo Santa Cruz. So what do people think he's going to be if he fought freaking Keith Thurman? That would never happen. That would never happen. And the day that happens, y'all get ready for the hospital bill and get ready to gift a whole bunch of Twinkies over to the fucking, the IR, man. You know what I'm saying? The intensive care unit, the ICU. Junior, what's good, bro? This is crazy, man. This is crazy. I'm dead ass, man. Somebody's got to find me the picture with those regular belts, man. For sure. The ones that he on his way to being the 175 better bean, man. The 175 butter bean. What y'all think? What do y'all see in his plans? What could be the next fight for Tank? Really? What is the next fight for Premier Boxing Champions? What does their next big fight look like? Adam Kalinowski versus Andy Ruiz? Well, yo, matter of fact, whatever happened to Adam Kalinowski? Has anybody seen him? Has anybody seen Adam Kalinowski, the Polish guy stationed out of New York that just lost in a very, very embarrassing fashion to the Nordic Nightmare? Has anybody seen Adam Kalinowski? Like, seriously, that is one name I have not heard in God knows how long. I've heard Charles Martin name more than I've heard Adam Kalinowski's. Because, you know, he walks this earth like a god. There's no stopping that guy. He walks this earth like a god and will step right over you. But for real, where the fuck is Adam Kalinowski? I've not seen this dude since when? PBC Milk Carton Crew Volume 1? Where is he? Is he still a professional boxer? Is he still a heavyweight? Does he still campaign where the big guys reign? I mean, has anybody heard anything about this guy? Does he have a fight coming up? Is he on? Huh? Has he recovered from the L yet? It was a lot of Polish people in the building that night. It was a lot of Polish people in the building that night. That was a very, very embarrassing loss. But shit, I mean, come on now. I think we all can agree that Deontay Wilder's loss was a lot more embarrassing and a lot more devastating than Adam Kalinowski. Well, I don't know. They kind of on par with one another. Both of them got beat very badly. But I'm just saying, Deontay Wilder's was on a bigger scale, and he's back. So where's Adam? Where is he? Is he still fighting, though? He fell kind of hard. Is he really? Well, shouts out to him, man. Shout out to Adam Kalinowski, man, for the resurgence, man. Like, you know, he's on He's on well, apparently I guess we're hearing that he's on Wilder Fury 3 card. How many of y'all believe that Wilder Fury 3 is gonna fall through or is gonna really happen come this October? Y'all think it's gonna happen? It's only a couple months away. We're close. Looks like the PBC owns the well, nah, I can't say they own the freaking fall because Anthony Joshua owns the fall. Him and Usyk. But yeah, man. Y'all I don't know, man. I don't know about this fight, man. I really don't know. Adam's fighting dude that whooped his ass. Oh, rematch. Rematch. I don't think he can win. I don't think he'll win it. I think Robert Helenius is gonna beat him again, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. So if anybody's interested in taking any Vegas bets with the potential of making money, I'm sure that I want to check the odds on that thing. I don't want to speak on something I don't know. But yeah, I don't see Adam Kalinowski quite arguably probably won't even be the favorite. Or the card probably won't even be even for real. Shit, they'll probably have shit. Robert Helenius is the clear favorite in that fight. The clear favorite. We talking about, man, I was wondering, I was putting out an APB for Adam Kalinowski, JD. Haven't seen him in a while, haven't heard from him in a while. You know, it's been a long time. I was saying how Deontay Wilder managed to come back with some level of delusional confidence, but I haven't heard one word from Adam Kalinowski. He was somewhat of a heavyweight figure in these Polish New York streets. He kind of took a devastating loss. I was wondering if anybody's heard from the guy. But now I know that he's resurfaced on the Wilder Fury 3 card. If it even happens, will it happen? I know he's back around. But knowing that, I don't think he'll beat Robert Helenius. I think Robert Helenius got his number, man. He got that boy ticket, man. Unless Adam, this is how I feel. Unless Adam Kalinowski is really of the belief that he's going to start using his head, shifting his shoulders, and getting off the line a little bit here, instead of trying to defend every punch with his freaking face, I just don't think that that's a fight he can win. I think he'll continue to go out there and try to defend freaking punches with his face. You know, the guy's got a really weird, straight, chubby body. He embraces being fat 100%. I don't care about any of you body shaming bastards that come after me on my channel. I stand behind what I say, bitches. He's got weird chicken wing ass little turkey ass arms, man. Like his high guard ain't gonna be that great. He ain't got the best reach in the world. I just think Robert Helenius is just going long arm, just punch him up, man. Duran was undisputed lightweight champion with 62 wins, 1 loss, won the rematch, then jumped up 2 weight classes to beat Sugar Ray versus regular belt. Like I said, there's no comparison. That's why, you know, a meme would be would be such self-explanatory victory, would be a great self-explanatory victory, man, because it's just like, look at Tank Davis, all the Reggie belts. I hope somebody's looking for the picture. Look at Tank Davis and all the Reggie belts. And look at all of the accomplishments of the Fab Four. Look at all of the accomplishments of, you know, those individuals at 135 pounds. And look at the accomplishments of these guys, man. It just seems like they do more talking with their mouths. Those guys did more talking with their fists. That's why I would just love to take, if there is a picture with Tank gloating with those regular belts, I would love to side by side that shit and make a meme out of it and just pretty much define both eras with just those 2 pictures. Because it just says a lot about these motherfuckers' character, man. This motherfucker is on a Reggie belt tear. That motherfucker's on a Reggie belt tear, bro. Serious shit, man. Oh my God, I'm fucking cracking up, man. Adam can't sleep now. He's been having Nordic nightmares. Good one. Ralph, how do you think you win based on what? I think Kalinowski wins. How come you don't think he'll win? How come you don't? This is why I don't think he wins. Because if you look at it based on the last fight, I mean, Adam Kalinowski couldn't do anything but what he's always done: charge forward, try to punch with a high barrage of punches. But the thing is, now you're punching. You punching up on this in a significant scale. That didn't work out against, the Nordic Nightmare, man. He just basically, all he had to do was use reach, use range. He hit him with one strong shot. That was all she wrote. And once again, like I stated, Adam Kalinowski can't win shots by punching with his face, man. If we look at it, he's physically the worst off specimen here. He's not going to come in the best of shape, and I just believe that, the longer the rounds go, it favors Kalinowski, and the longer the rounds go, it favors the Nordic Nightmare. And when it comes down to just defensive responsibility, we know Adam Kalinowski isn't that. So I just feel like he's going to get knocked out in 5 to 7 rounds, if that, maybe even in the 4th or 3rd. It's just going to be another knockout, man, because Robert Helenius doesn't have to give up any of the things that he needs to beat Adam Kalinowski. All he's got to do is stay long and just catch him. And he's there to be hit. He's not going to shift his shoulders. He doesn't have a good high guard. He doesn't have any form of defense, and he basically just walks up to you thinking that he's just going to be able to just throw his hands in front of his face, get close enough, and just go ape shit with a barrage of punches to find his way to a victory. But that's just not going to work. It's the same dude who put on one of the most high output fights against fucking Chris Areola, and that is absolutely hilarious. Hilarious when you're doing shit like that. So it's just like, a guy like Robert Helenius, who already done knocked you the fuck out, beat you, emasculated you, pretty much owns your soul, is walking around with your whole heart in his back pocket. I just feel like he's just going to go out there and he's going to be better than he was the first time. And he's just going to lend himself more space, more range to get off that long shot. Bow. Good night. This motherfucker said, I expect him to master. I expect Adam to master rolling punches off of his face. Yeah, man, he's got a hell of a forehead roll. The way he rolls those punches off of his forehead, bro, I've never seen anything like it, bro. In my entire 35 plus years of watching boxing, man, I've never seen anything like the way Adam Kalinowski lets those fucking devastating shots just roll off the left and the side and the front of his forehead, cheeks, and everything. I mean, his bob and weave game with his face pause, big pause on that is amazing. Shut the fuck up. All right, guys, man, that's all I got for y'all today, man. It's been fun, man. As we always say at the end of this shit, man, it costs you nothing to pay a nigga no mind. Shout out to Adam Kalinowski and, you know what I'm saying, his amazing fucking high cheek guard. Until next time, fight fans, everybody have a great day, man. Reaper gang, I'm out.